Hello and welcome to another episode of the Boss Spotlight. I'm Tamara Diane, your boss exec. Today I have with me Mr. Eddie Fyall. He is the owner of AEF Group Incorporated, and he's into telecommunications and merchant services, home services. He's going to chat with us about his company, about how you can get involved, about building your legacy, and the amazing nonprofit giving back work that his company is doing right here in the United States. So, good morning, Eddie. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. I cannot complain. It's a beautiful Monday, even though it's raining. It doesn't even matter because we have shelter from the rain, so we're doing good.
Absolutely.
So just really quickly, tell us about AEF. Tell us about what you are doing. Tell us about the wonderful things that are going on with your company.
Well, my company, the AEF Group, Inc., as I said, and we have a company that comes under the AEF Group, which is called ACN, and I'm an independent business owner with ACN. We are the world's largest telecommunication and home services business, and we what we do is we save people money on their services. And these are multi-billion dollars companies that you know and you use at this point in time. But if you come through my storefront, we can give you a better deal than going through their brick and mortar. And they still continue to do everything that they're doing now, all the services, all everything that they're doing. Nothing changes with that. They still send you a bill, you still pay them. So there's nothing there. What we also do is, and what we are very proud of, is every time we sign someone up for a service, and every time they pay that bill every month, which they do anyway, it's already in their budget. Then we feed a hungry child here in this country, in the United States. There's about 17 million kids that go to bed hungry every night, and so we're trying to stamp that out. Last year, we had a goal of feeding 1 million kids, and we did 1.3 million. So that was exceptional. This year, we are looking to do 1.5 million. So we are on task, and more than likely, we will exceed that goal also.
So, what type of services? So, I know that we do with the telecommunications. Does that include merchant services, cell phone bills, electric bills? What does that all include?
It includes your cell phone. It includes your energy bill. It includes if you it includes internet, TV, whether you have dish or direct. And for businesses, it's merchant services. And one thing I want to say now, just in case I don't get it in later on, is the merchant services. There's everyone that has deal with credit cards or debit cards. You have to change your system because beginning of next month, which I think is what, Thursday, October 1st. Then if you don't have that particular equipment and that chip in it, it's a fraud. It's a chip that prevents fraud. And if you don't have that particular equipment, then what will happen if you are um, if you if somebody is fraudulent towards you, then you are responsible for that payment. Now that money versus before the credit card. So you want to be very careful with that and make sure that you get the equipment that you need to make sure that you're on um, that you're fraud free. In other words, the company that we are dealing with is Novia. They're a company out of Dallas, Texas, and we are running a special that we are guaranteed to save you money on your processing fees. And if for some reason we can't save you money, we will give you $100 Visa gift card just for trying. Now I must warn you all out there that we have a 98% success rate. So if you do come through us, we want the business, and it's a pretty good company. We got an award um, industry award for 2014, which was this year. We got the award this year, and like I said, it's that type of award that, and it's telling the industry and telling us that this company is going above and beyond the other companies in the industry. So that's we love that, and like I said, we generally surround ourselves with multi-billion-dollar companies that got good reputation, that you all well know.
So, tell me a little bit more about the types of businesses that you work with, or the type of people that you're looking to kind of bring on your team.
Well, yeah, the other nice thing I like about this business is any and everybody can do this business. We have doctors and PhDs all the way down to students, college students. And the only requirement to do this business is you have to be 18 years old. So that means that even high school students can do this business. It's a business. It's not the easiest business to do, but it's not the hardest either. If you're motivated, excuse me, and you want to better yourself, don't mind working a little, then this is definitely the business for you. It's very rewarding. Everyone wants you to be successful, because if you're successful, then of course they are successful, and everyone helps you. So you don't you're in business for yourself, but never ever in business by yourself.
And that's huge. That's good to have that support system. So, what type of earning potential does someone who would come into your business really have?
I have seen 19-year-olds. They go to what we call a regional vice president position. The highest level is a senior vice president position. Okay, regional vice presidents, they can get anywhere from, I would say, at least six figures. Okay, and let me say, I'm not talking a year, I'm talking per month.
Oh,
So I want everyone to understand that. And we have had some young guys, 19, 20 years old, that have done it in less than a year. Now that's really aggressive to do it in once in a year. We have some people that have done it in 10, some people in 20, but it just depends on the people that you meet with like with mind thought the same as yours, and you can really do this business and do it well.
good stuff. So, with this company, you were saying that some people are involved, 10, 20 years. So, there's really the potential to build a legacy using this, this business model and what it is you guys do. So, kind of explain that opportunity to really start creating generational wealth.
But without a doubt, the company has been in existence about 23 years. Um, it was founded back in January of 1993, and in Detroit, Michigan. So it's a U.S. company, and now the headquarters is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, actually, it's Concord, North Carolina. The Concord is on the outskirts of Charlotte. The legacy is such that if you become an independent business owner, then the business is willable. In other words, if something happens to you, then you can will it to a family member or whoever you want to will it to, and that person continues to get whatever you were getting. Now, what I'm doing is I have two beautiful grandkids. One is 7, one is 9, and I love them dearly. They're really smart, and I'm doing this business for them. I'm leaving this for them. So they don't, once they get out of college, and because I do want them to get a good education, that they don't have to worry about working for anyone, because they'll have their company already in place.
That's awesome. And that's huge. And it's interesting because I was talking to attorney Kendrick on last week during the Boss Spotlight, and she was talking about creating this generational wealth. And that's something that I think a lot of business owners don't necessarily take into consideration generation anymore. We're always like, okay, I just need to make sure I make enough or sell enough for this month. That we stop looking at the future and making sure that our children's children have something of their own, that we're leaving that legacy, that we're building that foundation that is going to last and continue throughout, generation to generation, as opposed to just month to month. So I think it's awesome that the cohesiveness and the team, those who are coming onto the show, that we're really trying to figure out how to set ourselves up for success, longevity, as opposed to just kind of getting it through just in the moment.
Yeah, that's interesting because I was at a what we call a business to business on last week with the African American Chamber, and they had some of the business folks on a panel, and basically some were saying basically the same thing, is that a lot of us that get into business, we are looking to make ends meet. We're looking to just just make enough, and whereas you should be driven to do more and to want to leave something for your family, because in reality the other folks do it all the time, and that's why we are always at a disadvantage, because we're starting at ground zero, they're starting on the second or third floor, so that's definitely something that we need to consider.
Absolutely, I totally agree. And it's something that even for myself, myself included, just trying to think beyond me. And a lot of times we're so, oh, let me just get this done. Let me just get this done, that we kind of lose sight of that. So I think it's amazing what your company is doing, even with the giving back and feeding children in our country, which, is huge. And international missions and efforts, I think, are wonderful. But I think that sometimes we forget about home. And it's something that is awesome. I love what your company is doing. I love what it stands for, the opportunity that's available to others, and for small businesses to take advantage of, for those independent, to have that independent mindset that they want to work for themselves. I think it's amazing. So, is there anything else that you want to just kind of leave, any last words that you want to give our viewers?
Well, the other thing that we are doing, charity wise, is we work very closely with the Ronald McDonald House, and we have conventions 4 times a year. And every city that we go into, normally is we have two in Charlotte and two on the West Coast. And at those conventions, we have anywhere from 25 to 30,000 people from all over the world. We're in 24 countries, 4 continents, and we have headquarters in about 5 other countries. But with the Ronald McDonald House, we do give the participants in the convention, and the company matches what we give. And normally, when we leave that city, we're leaving them with about $100,000. So we do give back, like I said, with kids, and we have a thing with kids. We want to help kids, especially in the Ronald McDonald House. You know, and at our conventions, they do bring a rep from the Ronald McDonald House, and somebody that is benefiting from their service, somebody recent into the house, and you hear their stories and their kids and what the Ronald McDonald House is doing for them and their family. It's just unbelievable, and it makes you want to give. So we are very proud of that also. But what I would tell everyone that's listening or watching, um, you know, do something above and beyond. You know, and if you have a 9 to 5 now, that's fine. No one is asking you to quit your job, to not have benefits or whatever. This particular business that we have, you can do it part time, you can do it full time. Most people, I would say 95% of the people that do this business do it part time. In other words, you still have your 9 to 5, but you're still doing this business part-time. Once you get to a point in this business where you're doing better than you're doing at your 9 to 5, then most people do this, um, you know, um, totally. This is what they do primarily, and it's very um, you can make a lot of money doing this business, but it's and when I look at it personally, it's more than just money, but it's the amount of people that you're helping, feeding hungry kids in this country. The Ronald McDonald House. I go into families where I save them money on their services. Okay, and that's giving them more money to do other things that they wouldn't have had that money to do with. We're also I'm also bringing people into my organization that are working this business just like me. The nice thing I like about this business is there's no discrimination, none whatsoever. They don't care whether you're green, black, purple, yellow. They don't care. I mean, because the only thing that promotes you is yourself in a computer. You got the requirements. You know, it doesn't look at color. It doesn't look at whether you got a degree or whether you didn't finish high school. The our regional vice president here, and they are one step from the senior vice president level. Is this woman started the business with her 2 sons? They were two broke college students 8 years ago, and now they're making 6 figures a month. Okay, this lady never finished high school. Never finished high school. Okay, so all of you folks out there, you just have to have a little bit of discipline and a mindset that if she did this, I can do this. You know, and one thing that I've always done is I will always thought outside the box. And I own quite a bit of real estate in Cincinnati where I am. And I never took no for an answer. I got a lot of no's, but then I got some yeses. So when you get those yeses, that gives you a little bit more momentum, and it tells you that, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm going to do this business. I can do this business. So I'm quite successful in real estate here. And when I saw the opportunity with ACN, it's the concept is about the same, residual income. So regardless of whether I work or not, then I get a check every month. Now I spent this past summer, I spent a month in Dallas with my grandkids. When I got back home, I had a check. I didn't do anything that month, but I got a check. And if you don't like that, the way that sounds, then this business is definitely not for you.
That makes a whole lot of sense. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, Eddie, thank you so much for chatting with us. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know you're super busy. And thank you all for watching again. This has been another episode of Your Boss Spotlight. I'm Tamara Diane, your boss exec. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at boss_exec. And Eddie, before we go, let everyone know how they can get in touch with you and how they can take advantage of your services or even maybe possibly join your team.
Well, there are 2 ways. I can give you my phone number, and area code is 513-295. Excuse me. Let me start over. Area code is 513-295-9002. That number again is 513-295-9002. And if you want to reach me, I got an email address is edfyall@gmail.com. Now the prefix of that is Ed, short for Eddie, Fyall, last name, at gmail.com. You can also reach me I'm on LinkedIn, so if you guys are on LinkedIn, you can contact me on LinkedIn. So hopefully, I'll be hearing from you guys soon, one way or another, whether you want to save money on your services and feed hungry children here in this country while you're paying your bills. And look at it this way, it's a plus because you're paying those bills now, and guess what? You're not getting any fringe benefits from it. So you may want to do that. But yeah, those are the ways that you can get in contact with me, and hopefully I'll be hearing from some of you guys soon. And I really appreciate the time that you've given me, and I really enjoy doing this because, and hopefully I'm touching some people's heart and mind to want to do the same type thing, or want to do something more than that 9 to 5.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for your time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, this has been your Boss Spotlight, and I am Tamara Diane, and I am so thankful for your time and your attention. And I really hope that you get in touch with Eddie. We'll make sure that we make sure his information is down below. And also leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you just want him to get in touch with you. Leave your contact information in the comment section below. Thank you again, and have a splendid day.
Okay, thank you.